almost everything is better when you make it from scratch, and garlic bread is no exception. This is an easy one that's way worth it. And I promise you, if you make this roasted garlic butter, you'll start finding other things to put it on. It can spruce up any sandwich. You know, you can melt it down and dip your pizza crust in it. I mean, you get the idea. Let's get started. All right, now as always, the very first thing we do is take the butter out of the fridge. We don't want to microwave it or wait hours for it to melt. Just do that before you get started. Now, the only hard part of this whole thing is going to be getting the root out of the middle of the bulb of garlic. So I'm going to let you watch me struggle with it so you don't feel that bad. But this is definitely the way to go. Make sure you get all your fingers out of the way. You might have seen on TikTok 1,000 times of somebody coming down with a giant knife and cutting it in half. There's probably even some cool ASMR sound involved. And that looks great, but you might not expose all of the cloves of garlic. And if you do, you probably waste a ton of the garlic. So just embrace the suck, get a little knife, carve the middle part out, carve the root out. It's definitely the way to go. And it might get a little messier, but it'll be better in the end. All right, here we go. Come on, Stevie. Hold it together. All right. And just go ahead and pull that whole middle part out. If you've gotten the root out, you've already done the hard part. It's all downhill from here. So we're just going to wrap it in foil with a little opening at the top to pour the oil in, and then just kind of make it to where it won't topple over. Then pour your oil in. I use about 2 tablespoons of oil. You can't use too much. It's going to soak up what it needs, and the rest is just going to kind of bleed out. And then we'll put it in the oven at 375 for 20 minutes. And while the garlic is cooking, you can go ahead and assemble the rest of your ingredients. Of course, you can put more or less or whatever you like, but I did a teaspoon of salt, a half teaspoon of black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika, and then optional, especially if there's little kids eating it, but I put a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper and then a couple tablespoons of basil or Italian herbs. And if you've let your garlic cool down enough, it should be super easy to get out of the skins there. You probably even just squeeze one end of it and it'll just pop out the other side. Flip. Now all you have to do is add all the other ingredients together and blend it up. I'm using an immersion blender because it's nice to just be able to make it in the container that you're going to store it in. But you could also use any other kind of food processor or blender. And if you had to, you could probably just whisk it together if you mash the garlic up first. And ka-chow, there she is, fellas. And remember, guys, say no to frozen garlic bread. You're worth it. And please check out the steak Alfredo pasta video that goes with this. Peace. There you have it, folks. It doesn't get too much better than roasted garlic bread. Please remember to like and subscribe and all that stuff. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.